Producing a universal ranking for football players based on mathematical models is not trivial. There are many factors to consider and not easy to see how everything is connected. In this particular video, we will try to improve our current rating model by taking into account that different leagues have different distributions of talent. Greetings! I'm Lars Magnus, and on this YouTube channel I discuss football player ratings. In particular, how to use historical data and mathematical models to evaluate and rank individual football players. In this video, I will talk about another extension of our plus-minus rating model. In episode 17, we compared two versions of plus-minus ratings. What we saw there was that by default, a plus-minus rating model may struggle to properly differentiate between the quality of players in different leagues. That is, since we use regularization when we estimate our models, there is a force that pulls all ratings of all models towards a global average. Even though some players move between leagues and some teams from different leagues play against each other, this is not enough to trump the effect of the regularization. The solution mentioned in episode 17 was to add additional variables to the model representing the average rating for each league. The rating of a player would then be expressed as the sum of an individual component and a league component. This allowed the ratings to be pulled towards a league average instead of a global average, thereby allowing the model to move players appearing in different leagues further apart. When we test this extension using our current best rating as a starting point, our framework for evaluating player rating models indicates that it is leading to worse predictions. The prediction quality, however, is only measured for games played in the English Premier League. This choice was initially made so that we could easily compare our prediction quality with that of the betting market. However, this may mean that our current rating system has been allowed to ignore the problem of properly identifying the strength of different leagues. At this point, however, we really need that our ratings should be representative for all players and not simply those that have appeared in the English Premier League. In the time passed since the last videos posted on this channel, I have tried to figure out why it is that our evaluation framework suggests that it is unwise to allow for differentiating between the strength of different leagues, even though there otherwise appears to be some unlikely ratings assigned to players in the lower parts of the league systems. This includes looking at a whole array of different methods for modeling the league effects. We will have closer looks at those in later videos. However, for now, let's focus on the evaluation framework itself. To better assess the effect of adding the league component, I have created a slightly larger dataset. Basically, we have added the top division in the Netherlands and in Portugal, as well as League 1 and League 2 in the English league system. Furthermore, when calculating the prediction quality, we do not include only matches from the English Premier League, but rather include all matches in the dataset played between July 2014 and July 2017. Now, in this adjusted framework, we can no longer easily compare with the prediction quality of the betting market, at least not without collecting a lot more historical odds data. However, the idea is that this is more robust and may give us a better indication as to whether one rating model is better than another when considering all players, and not just those that happen to have appeared in the English Premier League. Let's start by looking at what happens when we include the same league variable as in episode 17 in our current best rating model. Plotting the distribution of player ratings from the four divisions of the English Premier League system, we can see that our base model produces quite similar distributions for all four leagues. If we add the league component of the ratings, using the same training dataset, the new model is capable of properly differentiating between players in the four leagues. Now, at some level, this is an obvious improvement of the player ratings. Turning to our evaluation framework for confirmation, we see that adding a league variable seems like an improvement. There is also a small surprise in this figure, in that two of the basic regularized plus-minus rating models have swapped places in terms of predictive quality. These were discussed all the way back in video 6, and the difference between them is in terms of how we normalize each segment based on its duration. It seems that we should also revisit some of our early decisions before moving forward. For now, we may conclude that adding a league component does seem like an improvement of the rating system, in particular if we are worried about comparing the strength of players appearing in different divisions of the same league system. Does the new component change the evaluation of the top players though? This is the top 10 players in the training set without the league component. After adding the league component, the top 10 list for this dataset is more or less the same. This does make sense though. We have just added a component to better differentiate between players in different leagues. The top performing players in the top leagues are, however, the same. So, in this video, we found indications that the trick of adding a league component to the player ratings is a good idea. However, in the work done behind the scenes, I have tested several different methods for dealing with the problem of properly differentiating between players appearing in different leagues. Those alternative ways I will present in upcoming videos on this channel. So if you want to catch those, please consider subscribing. See you in the next video.